WSJM News Now. Team coverage from the WSJM Newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
WSJM News is brought to you by the Town Crier Wire. Download your free local news app today at the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. In the WSJM Newsroom, I'm Dave Wolf. Governor Gretchen Whitmer has announced the My Shot to Win sweepstakes to encourage people to get the COVID-19 vaccine.
I know some of you must be thinking, didn't Ohio do this first? Well, yes, they did, but in typical Michigan fashion, we wanted to do it bigger and better than they can do it in Ohio.
Over $5 million will be given away to anyone 18 and older who's had at least one vaccine shot. Protect Michigan Commission Director Carrie Ebersol Singh says they will give away a $1 million prize and a $2 million prize, but that's not all.
We have $50,000 daily drawings. You ask how many days? 30. We're going to do 30 $50,000 daily drawings.
The state has 62.4% of people 16 and older who have had at least their first vaccine dose. The goal is to have 70% vaccinated. Log on to myshot2win.com to register. The jobs picture is getting better in Southwest Michigan. Connex's Vice President of Public Relations and Government Affairs, Al Pashoka, says the labor force is growing once again.
The first few months of the pandemic, we were okay. And then we saw a huge drop off where we lost like 6,000 people. Now in the last, since starting in May, we've started to see some of it come back, about 1,900 people back in the labor force. That's good.
For Berrien, Cass, and Van Buren counties, the unemployment rate is 5.7%, down 11.9% over the past year.
Where we are now from where we have been, we are starting to see baby steps of improvement of people coming back to work. Baby steps.
Connexus says more than 1,100, however, have not yet rejoined the workforce. The Berrien County Board of Commissioners has met in person and with the public for the first time in more than a year. Thursday's regular meeting was the old-fashioned kind, with all commissioners and citizens present at the County Admin Building in St. Joseph. Chair Mac Elliott welcomed everyone.
I'm glad we are all here. We all know people who are no longer with us that we've lost in the last year and a half, some way before their time.
Elliott said he was glad to see all the regulars back at the meeting. The county's state of emergency due to COVID expired at the end of Wednesday. That means all local elected bodies in Berrien County will be meeting in person again. There is still one change with the county board, though. It's broadcasting its regular meetings on YouTube thanks to the new audio and video system that the county installed during the pandemic. Berrien County Administrator Brian Doucette has marked 1 year on the job. During Thursday's meeting of the Berrien County Board of Commissioners, he said it's been quite a year.
I have really enjoyed working here. I've joked that not a day has gone by where I've been bored. Some of the highlights include working with the Sheriff's Department on finalizing the jail improvement projects. A weekly joke about what was going to get done first, the jail or the mainframe. Neither.
The County Commission approved a 2% pay increase for Doucette, bringing his pay to $145,000 per year. Doucette replaced former County Administrator Bill Wolf last July and previously served as the city manager in South Haven. As the last day for Berrien County Health Officer Nikki Britton approaches, the Berrien County Health Department now has an interim officer approved. The Berrien County Board of Commissioners on Thursday appointed Courtney Davis as interim health officer. County Administrator Brian Doucette said she's a good fit.
Courtney has excellent education, excellent background. I think that she's going to do a great job. The state of Michigan has recognized her into the acting role, so thanks to the board for getting this done.
Davis is currently the county's deputy health officer. She'll take over for Britton when Britton steps down on July 9th. She's going to work for Spectrum Health Lakeland. The city of Benton Harbor will hire between 60 and 80 local young people this summer as part of its Summer Youth Employment Program. The city is using $200,000 of federal community development block grant funds for the program, intended to give local young people some work experience and something positive to do when school is out. City Manager Ellis Mitchell says in the next 8 to 10 days, the city will start to take applications for a variety of positions. The program will be open to those between the ages of 14 and 19. Only those who live in the city of Benton Harbor will be hired, and applicants will have to pass a physical exam. The coordinator of the youth program will be Corey Sterling. Applications for summer youth employment program jobs will be available on the Benton Harbor City website. Michigan educators are happy that the state legislature approved a $17 billion 2022 school aid budget, which includes a per-student increase between $171 and $589. Ken Gutman is president of the K-12 Alliance of Michigan and superintendent of the Walled Lake Consolidated Schools.
It's a good step forward for school funding. It's a good step forward for schools. We're happy to have this budget approved prior to July 1st so we can adequately plan and prepare for our next school year.
Gutman says they're happy to have an allocation for school nurses and counselors and an increase in early childhood programs. While Michigan has been slammed with heavy rains, the Pacific Northwest has been dealing with record-breaking heat, which has killed dozens of people.
I've been watching the weather professionally as a meteorologist for about 33 years. Last 5 years, our heat waves all come from an odd direction. They come from the Northwest. They come from Canada. That right there is one of the patterns that I see in climate change.
That's MLive meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. He says Michigan will get a taste of that. According to Torregrossa, we could be in the 90s on the 4th of July. With nearly 5,000 homes damaged by floodwaters, Detroit Mayor Mike Duggan is announcing a major expansion of the city's cleanup effort. The city's water and sewer department has reports of at least 4,800 homes with flooding in basements. There have been 20,000 calls related to the flooding. The mayor is also expected to announce details of a volunteer effort to help seniors and disabled residents who can't clean their basements.
We're asking people to come out again and help your neighbors. So we're going to look for you to work a 4-hour shift to help move debris from basements of elderly or those with disabilities. And we'll provide the protective gear, the boots and the gloves and what you need.
The mayor has said that he and the governor will be seeking a presidential disaster declaration as soon as possible. FEMA has agreed to send investigators to the city and other parts of Wayne County as early as next week to start assessing damage and gathering information. Download the News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM app and listen online anywhere. In the WSJM Newsroom, I'm Dave Wolf.